ahead and pick this up. What I have here is something called the Holy Bible. It is the New Catholic Bible, obviously the definitive edition. We do not do that KJV stuff here. We do the Bible. We do the Catholic Bible. Remember, there is one holy Catholic apostolic church. So we're going to go ahead and start reading the Bible here in Genesis 1, okay? The book of Genesis, the origins of the world and of the people of God. Genesis 1, origin of the world and humankind. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was formless and barren, and darkness covered the abyss, while the Spirit of God covered over the waters. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness, and he called the light day, and he called the darkness night. This was the evening and the morning of the first day. God said, "Let there be firmament in the midst of the waters to separate one set of waters from the other." God separated the firmament from the waters, those waters that are under the firmament from those that are above the firmament. And it was so. God called the firmament the heavens. This was the evening and the morning of the second day. God said, "Let the waters that are under the heavens be gathered into one place, and let a dry place appear." And it was so. God called the dry place the land, and the gathered waters he called the sea. And God saw that it was good. God said, "Let the land bring forth plants, those that produce seeds, and fruit trees that have seeds inside of the fruit that they bear, each according to its own kind." The land brought forth plants, each according to its kind, and trees that have fruit with seeds inside of them, each according to its kind. God saw that they were good. This was the evening and the morning of the third day. God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to separate the day from the night. Let them be markers to separate seasons and days and years, and let them be lights in the firmament of the heavens to give light to the earth." And it was so. God made the two great lights, the greater light to rule over the day and the lesser light to rule over the night. And he also made the stars. God placed them in the firmament of the heavens to light the earth and to rule over the day and the night and to separate light from darkness. And God saw that it was good. This was the evening and the morning of the fourth day. God said, "Let the waters be filled with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth in the firmament of heavens." God created the great sea creatures and all other creatures that fill the waters, each according to its kind, and all the birds that fly in the sky, each according to its kind. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters of the sea, and let the birds multiply upon the earth." And this was the evening and the morning of the fifth day. God said, "Let the earth bring forth living creatures, each according to its kind, cattle and reptiles, and wild animals, each according to its kind." And it was so. God made the savage beasts, each according to their kind, and the cattle according to their kind, and all the reptiles according to their kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let us make man in our image and likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and the birds of the sky, and over the cattle, and over all the wild animals and reptiles that crawl upon the earth." God created man in his image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them. God blessed them and told them, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth." "Subdue it and have dominion over the fish of the seas and over the birds of the air and over every living creature that moves upon the earth." And God said, "Behold, I give you every plant that produces seeds upon the earth and every tree that has fruit with its seeds inside of it. These shall be your food. And I give you all green plants, to all wild animal, and to all the birds of the air, and to all creatures that move upon the surface of the earth, and that have the breath of life in them." And it was so. God saw all that he had made, and behold, it was very good. This was the evening and the morning of the sixth day. Genesis chapter 1. Genesis chapter 2. This is how the heavens and the earth and everything in them were made. God completed his work on the seventh day, and on the seventh day he rested from all of his work. God blessed the seventh day, and he consecrated it, for on it he rested from all the work he had done when he created all things. This was the origin of the heavens and the earth, when they were first created. Origin of human beings, when the Lord God made the earth and the heavens. There were not yet any plants of the field, nor had any herbs sprouted in the field, for the Lord God had not yet made it rain upon the earth, and there was no one to till the soil. He made a mist rise out of the ground to water the whole surface of the earth. Then the Lord God formed man out of the dust of the earth, and he breathed his breath of life into his nostrils, and the man became a living creature. And the Lord God planted a garden in Eden in the east, and he put man he had formed there. The Lord God made all sorts of beautiful and nourishing trees sprout out of the earth, among which was the tree of life in the middle of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. A river flowed out of Eden to water the garden, and it divided into 4 tributaries. The first river was called the Pishon. It waters the whole land of Havilah, but where one can find gold. And the gold of that land is good. One can also find bdellium and onyx in that land. The second river is the Gihon. It flows in the land of Ethiopia. The third river is the Tigris. It flows to the east of the land of Ashur. The fourth river is the Euphrates. The Lord God took the man and placed him in the Garden of Eden so that he might work it and care for it. And the Lord God told the man, "You can eat of any of the trees in the garden, but you must never eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. If you were to eat from it, you would surely die." And the Lord God said, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I wish to make a mother creature who will be like him." The Lord God therefore formed every sort of wild animal and all the birds of the air, and he brought them before the man to see what he would name them. Whatever the man called each living creature, that was the name that it would bear. The man gave names to every type of animal, all the birds of the air, and all the wild animals. But the man could not find anything that was like him. The Lord God therefore caused the man to fall into a deep sleep. He took one of the ribs and replaced it with flesh. The Lord God then formed a woman out of the rib that he had taken from the man. He brought her before the man. The man said, "This one is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken from man. This is why a man leaves his father and his mother and joins with a wife, and the two become one flesh." Now the man and the woman were naked, but they did not feel any shame. Genesis chapter 2. Well, there's nobody here now, so do I continue or do I wait? I think I probably just wait, because this is sad. Honestly, people are probably busy. It's a holiday weekend, so yeah, I'll be back.